testing. Testing, testing.
much.
There's a variation.
Okay. Be able to find a wee place. That sounds good. That sounds good. Hey, happy and you know it. I hope you all are, folks. Great to see you all here. It's a good, busy crowd. That's great to see. The balloons are up on our program today, so I think that means let's rejoice and joy. Let's at least see 9 hands up today for our 9 properties that we've got for your competitive bidding. I'm part of the auction team. Mark is my name. This is Murray Watson. We've got our building, not our building inspector, but certainly our business owner. He has done a lot worse. No, Trent Findlay is our business owner, one of the auctioneer team here at Harcourts Hamilton. I'll introduce you to our managers, Tony Kettiper, of course, part of the auction team, also John Vandy, Louise Macklow and David Forster. We're all here to help you bid and buy, folks, and make it as seamless and enjoyable as possible. So good luck to you if you're ready to bid and you've got all your strategy and you've got your Harcourts agent or your agent from another team with you, get into it and make sure you bid strongly and well. To our 9 owners that we represent today, thanks very much for choosing Harcourts. We appreciate it. We admire people who bring their properties to auction out in the room of honesty, as we say, of transparency, and we wish you the very, very best. Lots of effort goes into the auction, people. They get all the gardens looking great, compile all the documentation that your agents have given to you, and it's the centrepiece of that documentation I'm going to take you to now. It's called the Conduct of Auction. It's on the front page. It's how we roll. It's how it flows, but it's pretty simple. I'm going to introduce each of the 9 properties. Your job's to get going in the bidding. You don't have to start with your best shot, but just something fair and reasonable. You've got to get you to that confidential reserve price that our good owners have set, but you've got to bid quickly because you know that I can place vendor bids on behalf of the owner if you're not bidding quickly, and also that if we don't reach that reserve, we're going to pause and talk to the highest bidder in a private situation, offering you the chance to buy. And you know that during that process, the vendor can decide to withdraw the property and sell it to that highest bidder. So if you weren't quick and you're waiting for another turn, just be careful. The dreaded clause 2.6 might hop in your way. During that bidding, if the team are bidding for buyers or indeed licensed associates from around the district, then I'll identify them to you. I have seen some phone bidding authorities today, so that's quite a commonplace. And if you'd like to see those, you just let me know. I'll be giving you some help along the way by nominating sensible bidding increments, refusing the cheeky bids that aren't in the best interest of the auction, and also if there's any bids that are called out at the same time or there's a dispute, I'll just resolve that and we'll move on from there. The important one is the hammer falling. Bang, yes. If that's for you, if that's worked for you and you win, great. We always give you a nice hearty round of applause. But then we'll just take away, and before you pop the corks, you're signing the agreement. We'll give you the trust account details. I think we need 10% for you, Trent, today. Yep, that's 1/10 of the purchase price. And we've got a couple of approved documents that we'll ask you to acknowledge that you've received. And it's as simple as that. Let's get into the first of the day. This mighty team of real estate people who are from our Rotorua office: Ari Harris, John Dunn, Jim Hassan, and don't forget David Chen and Robin, and we've also got Leah and Krista. So you really have got just about filling a people mover now, Ari, when you go on caravan. I'm sure that's how you do it each Tuesday and Thursday. We're up at West Ridge Drive in Western Heights, a lovely home, yes, but it's that super near flat section. We are way up on high, and if you've experienced the outlook from the deck, from the living room up here, you'll know it's a special position. And it's described legally as a freehold estate. It's on 651 square metres is the size of that section. Legals and chattels are exact. We've got 45 days to get you settled, so 10% today, but it's a month and a half until you move in. So that's going to be mid-June, isn't it? So we're whipping through them, aren't we? Everything else about the contract is nice and concise, nice and succinct, so you can bid with confidence today. I think equally about the home as to where it sits. I think it's just a nice, solid and robust, well-balanced home through both living and accommodation. The outdoor living's where it's at for me. That deck, line up those chairs, you look out to Pirongia, and you get all that afternoon sun. It's absolutely superb. Won't take you your whole weekend to look after this one. If you have a quick whip round with the weed eater, you'll be absolutely fine. Great garaging, and I see the last people living there were using that for a gym and all that sort of thing, so you've got that versatility there. It's a quiet cul-de-sac situation, and you know they say once you buy in a cul-de-sac, you will never go back. Don't miss out today. We're starting away at West Ridge. Who's going to start us in the bidding for the first of the day? 29 West Ridge Drive. Western Heights. Let's see the height of your hand. Say 800 for me, would you? Do I have a bid at that figure? There we go. That's encouraging, although, here we go. Was he going to open us up? We think 8's the place to be. You tell me, though. I'm happy to work with any fair and reasonable bid. Okay, well, I'm going to vendor bid at 800,000. I think we've got the value north of that, so pretty confident in that. Won't be selling at 8. Is there a 20 that you might pop on top just to get yourself in the race? Vendor bid once, just saying has to be higher. Get those hands up. Twice now. And third call at 800. Have a go at 810. What do you reckon? Be good buying at that level. Or would you like to take my 8? Are you here to buy? Have a crack. You got the wobbles, okay. Well, at 800, need to see a bit in advance of that. 810, 820 perhaps. Look, Jim, I'll bid to 820 on a vendor bid, but I'll pass it back to you and the team, and you can continue negotiations from that figure. So just not selling at 820, that's a vendor bid. We'll work with everybody, and you know now that the exclusivity is lost, that anybody with conditions or otherwise can now compete for the home. So John Dunn, Ari Harris and Jim Hassan are the people to talk to. We'll move swiftly on. We're going to go to 18 Opoya Road in this very, very central location. A location play, big land, no vendor warranties, and hence declaring the reserve. Sean Cosgrave, with you and the team, we've got a $400,000 reserve here. I did note that the CV is actually $920,000. The land proportion of that's $840,000. So just so my microphone's working well, the reserve price for this property is $400,000. Sean Cosgrave, he's synonymous with good real estate, has led the way for us for a long time. He's increased your chances of success, illuminating the property with all the information that he's passed you, critical to the exchange today. It is 885 square metres, ladies and gentlemen, and you know that you have that zoning for residential intensification as well if you're not redoing the house or moving straight in. It's a historic area, the first choice of the first people who were here in Hamilton and Kirikiriroa. It's a great site. It's a nice rectangular parallelogram. The afternoon sun's going to flood in here in this spot, but it's the proximity to the river and to the city as well as the school zones that must have you excited. Is there an opening bid at 18 Opoya? I'll take any bid at all to start. We're underway at 18 Opoya Road. You buy it as it is. 400's the target we're looking for. I don't mind starting lower than that. Come on, quickly, I need any bid at all. Where are we? Where are we going? You can start at 100 if you like. $100, Helen, there she comes. She's got a license. She's saying $100,000. Of course she is, but she's smiling. 200. 400. Look at that. Okay, I'll take another 300 on from there. Who's saying 7? No, 400. We're on the market. I'm selling at 400,000. $401,000, 410 that is, 410,000 with Helen back we go. We're selling 18 Opoya, 885 squares, 420, heard it there sir, welcome unto you at 420,000, 30 Helen, yes, got that bid there, 440 down the front, at 440, 50, at 450,000, are you going to do multi-dwelling? Do you know how the council works? Have you done all the documentation at 450, 60 sir if you like? You've seen the land value at 460,000, 60. 70 with you, Helen. Putting the arm up for me at 470,000 Opoya Road. One of our favourites at 470, 80. $480,000 back in front, at the front at 480. I love it when a bidder sits close, 490. I don't mind it at the back either, Helen. Don't worry about that. At 490,000, someone's going to tip it to the 5. At 490, first call. Mr. J. O'Shea, we need 5 from you. At 490, quickly. 500. Nicely done, sir, with a plume. At 500,000. 500, 000, and we're selling away. We've breached the instructions. Yes, okay, 501. I'm a Levi's man myself too. At 502. At 502, doing it in ones. 3. 5,000 this time. 507. Good on you, Helen. 508. 9. 510. 11. Half a megabyte. 512. 13. Baker's dozen. 515. 16. Doubles up 18. 20. 520. We're selling at 520. What are your plans? Get into it at 520,000. 525. Helen, that's the bid to beat. 26. 27. At 527. 28, I'm going to say for you, Helen. You might say 30. 29. Having a good time. 530, Helen says. 530. 32. 533. One on top, Helen, 534. 535. And 6. 536. Once, I'm selling away. 7. 8. 538. 9. Chelsea's fingers have got steam coming off them here. She adds the bids up at 539. Love that, just steam coming off the river. 40 is the bid. 539, 540. Chelsea never misses at 541. At 541. Come on, the ones aren't working. 42. 3. 4. 544,000. Come on, someone might say 550. I think it does justice to it, surely, at 544. Once, twice, and third call. I sell away. 46 with the man here. 7. 48. 49. 550, good man. 5.5. So you get there eventually at 550. Say 560, Helen. Change it up. 551. Falls on deaf ears at 552. 552, 553. Do you think this will be like the Nationals next week, Trent? I don't know if we'll be getting a string of ones like this at 553, 554. More singles than Kane Williamson on a good day down there at Seddon Park at 554, 555. That's a fun number, Helen. Good on you at 555 and 556. The CRC bid at 556. I might need a little lubrication later in the day. 7. 558. 9. 60 again. 560. You want to come in with a big booming bid here at 560? We sell away 560. Well, it's about strategy. 560. You don't need to wait for either. First call before you increase your bid. Twice. 61. 61 now, Helen. 561. 565. I like it, sir. At 565, determinant ownership. I'll start my 3 calls once, twice, third. 565, 18 Apoya Road. We're selling away quickly, and up comes the hammer. 565, 885 square metres. Close to our mighty Awa, the mighty Waikato. At 565 it goes. I'm selling, Helen. I'll give you a quick chance. 566. 7. 567. I was up to a crescendo there too, but back we go at 567. 68. 69. Brian Adams. 569. selling 569, once, twice, third call at 569, it's done its time. Helen, gone, quickly, 569, employ your bidder, otherwise I'm selling down here. Final chance, 569,000, 18 Apoya Road, goes and goes. After a flurry of bids, sir, you've won it, gone, well done. Great fun. Really enjoyed that with you. Hope you make the best of it, sir. And I'm sure you won't go wrong there. Thank you, Murray. I might just give you that bit of rubbish, Tez. That was a bit of work for you. Okay, a very different complexion that we're going to have in this next auction at 916B River Road in Queenwood. What a fantastic address. It's a prestigious address, ladies and gentlemen, and a property perfect for purpose. Our very own marketing genius at Grant Shackleton, gshack@property.com. He has done and ushered you through to your journey to the auction room today. It's been a real eyes-on campaign, this one. We've all been looking forward to bringing this into the auction room. We appreciate our vendors entrusting us and Grant Shackleton. He's been a great man for the job. He's made it easy for you. He's distributed the documentation. You know that the legal advisor that you use would have said that 916B River Road in Queenwood, it is a cross-lease and freehold, this property. The chattel list is unchanged and we're settling on the 17th of April 2025, which is a Thursday. There is some flexibility in that regard, so we could work with you if that was the case. Pardon me. Well, move in and pour the gin, you read it there, and whilst we don't encourage drinking here at Harcourts, one has to say that the conviviality of the property, and once you're in there, particularly in that rear part of the home with the sun streaming in and a day's work done, that's exactly what you might do. Choose your favourite cold beverage and relax. It typifies the home, really. It's such a lovely, relaxing home, a lovely, relaxed feel to it. There's been extra money spent on it, extending it before now, and just fitting it out perfectly. Love the space in the lounge, the flow to the outdoors, lovely, lovely garden that you enjoy, good garaging in the home, the extra size in the bedrooms just make it great for the slumber. If it's family coming to stay, they'll be well and happily ensconced. If it's a river walk you enjoy, you're going to be pleasantly abided by there, obliged I should say, and of course down to your favourite cafes not too far away, and just surrounded by lovely real estate in this beautiful River Road area, which we all know very, very well. Is there an opening bid that I can have from the floor, please? 916B River Road. Excellent address, super property, lovely neighbourhood. Anya, 650 was a little light, I thought. Would you say 700 just to get underway and be a good sport and that sort of thing? Anya's from one of our sister companies. You said 700, good and fair from you. It's 700,000. I think 750 or 8 might be the place to go from here. It's 700,000, be super spot to move in. First chance at that figure at 7. Do I hear 50 from anyone? Twice at that figure. And third call at just the 700,000 with my leading bidder at the moment, with Anya at 7. I'm going to say 750 quite swiftly on that vendor bid, and more than comfortable to do so. I welcome you above. I think 75 or something like that might be the place to go, Anya, but you'll tell me, I'm sure. If you want to pay more, that's fine as well. Just on a vendor bid at 750, super spot and worthy of your competition. 755. At 755,000, have we got some competition for these good people here and now? First chance at 755. Beautiful spot, well looked after, happily delivered a great lifestyle for our owners. Twice at the figure, 60 or better. Third call at 755. Okay, it is just you as the only bidder at this early stage, Anya. I'll get Trent to come and operate with you. We'll get you into the ownership, hopefully, if we can do that. You know how it works, and you're often in that situation. So we'll pause the auction and continue. Trent, would you say 660 just to be a good sort? 756. St. Patrick's was last week, madam. 756. 760, that's the bid now. Gave us a fright there. At 760, would you like to carry on? One bid seldom does it, they say. 760, Trent's retired to his position. 760. Good to see in the bidding. 760. You enjoy a river walk, ma'am? Well, this is the spot for you. Say 765 and we'll get you back in the race. 760 twice. You've got to love the auction room. These things happen from time to time. Third call. 760. Shall we recommence what we were going to do? Give us another one. That's a good bid. Appreciate that. Puts up the handful for us at 5 at 765. 770, that's the response. Come on, keep going. We're just getting to know you. It's good. It's 770. You might say 775. 770. First chance. It's probably safe to bid here, I would say. Second call. Third call at 770. Could I say you're sure? To be sure. At 770. Any better? Right, where were we? We're just pausing, still not quite at those instructions, are you? That's good. That was a little bit more negotiation done out in the open. At 770, we're pausing that auction. And that means you may get another chance because if it comes back into the room. So sit tight, won't go anywhere. Just below the seller's instructions at this stage. Thank you. Mr. Cosgrave. I think it's a good day for Sean because he brings 4 auctions to the auction room, which are normally about the right number for you, Sean. And quite interestingly today, I'll pop that back up there. Quite interestingly today, Sean, you've got 2 in one street and 2 in another. Pretty good though. This time you've got 4 within the one title, 25A, B, C, D, Opoya Road, which is a marvellous opportunity, isn't it, to get 4 like this. They've each got their own title. Of course, that forms one freehold estate that you purchased today. They're currently rented out, each of these properties, one at $410, one at $415 per week, and 2 at $420. I calculate that at $1,665 per week, around about $83,000 per annum, so it's a pretty good story. They're all on Certificate of Title Volume 63B from folios 390 through to 393 and in that legal way. The chattels that are included, you've seen them listed in the information pack that Sean's team has distributed to you. I just do note that 25D has the fridge freezer, the rest of them are pretty similar. And if you're like me and you like 60s architecture, then you're going to love these. But one thing's for sure that you can say about when they built homes of this era, they built them solid, they built them to last. They're quite timeless, aren't they? The aesthetics may have changed nowadays. The fundamentals are there. Each of them have 2 bedrooms. They're all popularly rented, and I think that's the reason, or one of the reasons is it's so close to town. Of course, it's close to the river area as well, which we talked about at Opoya before, but it's got the school zones as well, which is a great way for people to get in and get those kids into the good schools. This one stacks up well. Can I have an opening bid, please? Someone who wants to buy these 4 apartments, all on each with their own title, all to combine to provide a freehold estate. What's value for you? Did he say nothing? Well, I think if you could get a 6% gross yield, you'd be giving me 1.4. What do you reckon? What's that? 350 a go? That's not too bad. That's just a suggestion. You may see value higher, maybe not. Good school zones, good rentals, all on a periodic basis at the moment. Periodic quantum of time for you and me. So sitting in the Emirates shoe, you might. Okay, thanks, James. Good, and away we go at $1.4 million. So we would have thought that was an easy one. Where do we go from here? I'll leave that up to you. Are you going to compete with James Buyer? I'm at 1.4 million. Would you say 1.5? I think the value would be there. 375,000 a pop there at 1.4 divided by 4. Seems a pretty good story to me. You've got control, you've got the whole site, each of those properties on their own title. If the winter got chilly, you could sell a couple. 1,410, okay. Work with that, Sean. $1,410,000. or 1.41 million. That's the figure to beat. He ups me by 10, so you can put it up and say 1.5 if you like. At 1.410, first chance. Nice, strategically large, bulky bid, please, James. At 1.410. Straight to the 1.5, my boy. At 1.410. First call. Second chance. Third and final call. 1.420. 1.430. At 1,430,000. Centrality. These are maintenance. A couple of bits we've undertaken to do before settlement. 1.430 is the bid to beat, James. 11th of April, the settlement date. That's when those yields start rolling in. At 1.430, first chance. Second call. Third call at the figure. 1.440. 1.440. 1.450 still makes massive sense. Stacks up like Jenga at these levels. 1.450. Give James a moment. It was a wee bit trickier on the telephone. 1.450. Right, we'll commence the call. Once, twice, third call at 1.450. 1.460. I reckon straight to the 1.5, Sean would be the play of the day at 1.460. Just sense a little bit of strategy could. 1.465, just the 5 with the wrong decimal point, but that's okay, at 1.465. I think that's a masterful suggestion. At 1.465. Second call. I love this area down here. Parana Park, Memorial Park. You'll be fit and keen, or your tenants will be. Splash in the Fountain. Aviary. 1.465. 1.470. It's a nice bid, and I commend that bid. Sean, you pass that on to your bidder at 1,500,000 at 1.5. It's worthy of that and more at 1.5. 1,500,000 was still doing around about 5.5% gross yield. 1.505. Well, tenacity, I can't fault you for that. 1.505. I thought you might have got there with that. Thought you had it at 1.505. Second call. Third call at 1.505. And just stay in the race there. I'm sensing an opportunity here at 1.505. That is the third call. With your bidder, 1.510. And in with timely bid, assertively done. I like it at 1.510. Team Sean at Cosgrave with the 4 auctions up today. We could call it 7 with the 4 units this time. At 1.510, twice each with their own title. Second, third call at 1.510. See, I thought there'd be that bid would come up today with Opoya, Pheasant, and now 15.15. It's right on pattern there at 1.515. Lobs it across the room at 1.515. Still good healthy yields. You start enjoying them by the 11th of April. I think that's pretty good. The last of our March auctions today at 1.515. With conditions improving for buyers. Twice I'm calling it 1.515. Have a go at 20. At 1.520. Quickly, you've got to be back in front. At 1.520. It's a good bid and it's timely. At 1.520. At 1.520, you've just lost that advantage just temporarily, James. 1520 is the bid that I'm working with. Second call. Tenants will be down watching the rowers, Māori Cup this week, of course. Third call at 1525. He's persistent. I have to give him that. 1525. Chipping away. Chip, chip, chip. At 1525. But it must encourage you, sir. He sees it at that level. You should too at 1525. It's healthy. 1525. They tell me down in this part of town the sun comes up in the middle of summer at 5:30, sir. Would you say 1530? At 1525, just at this stage. Second call. 5:30. Astute bidding here at 1530. It's as easy as A, B, C and D today at 1530. Quarter share of 511 square metres in this gilt-edged part of town at 1535. Metronomic response. 1535. Give it a wee nudge at 550, maybe just the thing to shake him at 1535. First call this time. Second call. Third call there. 1535. Great time in the real estate market. 1540, it's appreciated. I'll bank it and thank it on your behalf. At 1540, let's throw it up the flagpole and see what the response is. At 1540, first chance. Second and third. 1540. 1545. Don't go changing. 1545, round it up, sir. Come on, it could be that psychological limit. At 1545. Twice. Third call now at 1545.
1550.
That's a stonking bid, that one. It's 1550. At 1,550,000. How do you like that one, sir? At 1550, I've got my man down here, leads the race. 1550 once, second there. Toru? 1555. You'd never guess he was going to put a 5 on there. At 1555. 60. Straight back. I like it. Good bid's a quick bid at 1560. Your opponent is now coming second. It's against them at 1560. First, second. We are on that third chance, sir. At 1560. 1565, okay. It's probably no surprise. 1565. We're still at that 5.25, 5.3% gross yield. At 1565. Click. Thanks, that's good for me. At 66, we'll say clickety-click. At 1566. I mean, I know we're not in our instructions. 1570. Always bid 4. 1570. 1570. Like it. 71. Think about the late Grizz Wiley was playing with the ABs in those days in 71 at 1571. He was a good Cantabrian Murray at 1571 twice. We're talking about Heartland Waikato here, Opoia Road. Third chance. Oh, now we've got to say that's progress. At 1572. Now you say 80, and that's the way to go. At 1572. Good, astute business minds, commercial people, property people. This is how it's done, folks. At 1572. Wouldn't be missing it for 1,000. I think that 80 is the place to be. Just judging things. No guarantees, of course, but at 1,572. 75's good. 1,5 3/4, James, at 1,5 75. First call at the figure now. The Montreal bid, they say that one. 76 at 1,5 76. 77's good too, and he goes at 1,5 77, James. If there was any instruction available, it might be the right thing. You never know. At 1,5 77. Two good bidders. Understanding the proposition, understanding the value. Was 1,578. We're a tick on 5.25%. Gross yield on the whole lot, 1,5 78, sir. Would you like to go to 80 at 1,578? First call now with your competition. Second call, 1,5 78. Third call at 1,5 78. Keep your ear on that one too, sir. Just pop 1,000 on to stay in front though at 1,5 78. Bids against you and away for you over the other side of the room. 1,578. 1,578. 1,578,000. So just need you back in to continue that for Sean's encouragement. 5,78. James bids with you. 1,578. Would you like to put 1,000 on, sir, or even two? Just asking the question. 1,580 I've got here. So confirm that. Okay, concession made by our owners. Sir, I can sell to you at 1,580. There is going to be a new owner here. We're on the market and I'm selling, James. All four at 1,580. Stand by. Sit to 81. At 81, we're definitely selling now. 1,5 and 81. 182, 582, pardon me. 1,582. Poya Road. 1,5 and 82. No more second chances now. 1,582, lock and load. We've still got good returns here. Third call at 1,582. It's a nice bid at 1,585. Playing for keeps, of course. It's going to take the strategy. 86 at 1,5 and 86. Someone's going to say 1,6 here, I think, to win this. At 1,5 and 86 twice. Third chance. 1,5 and 86 and a half. I must use the reverse psychology with him at some stage. At 1,586 and a half in serious business. Second call. Not for much longer, James. I'll be wary of the counter offer here at 1,586 500. 90 might be the go. Have a quick check. I would make it still above that 5.25 gross, sir. I had it with 83,000 and a bit on 1,579 was at 5.25%. Where are we at now? 1,586 500. James, it's with you. Is it 90, sir, that you would say? That has indeed. Is it the winning bid? Let's give it a chance at 1,587 500. Hopefully that's the winning move, sir. You never know. Second call at 1,5 7/8 of 100 there. 1,587. Well, that's 5 times your last bid, James, so I have to say it's a good one. 1,5 and 90. Hard to pick a pattern today, Chelsea, but you're doing admirably.
91.
91. Is that enough octane in it to get it there at 1,591? You know that one of these bidders is going to take ownership. 1591.5. I'm not sure that's what I would have done, but at 1591.5, I just wouldn't have the 1591 on the top. 1591.5.
95.
Love that one. 15 and 95. 15 and 95. The gate's wide open for you, sir, to round it up and just make it easy to calculate that deposit. Is it 1.6? Let's give it a go, I reckon. You've got a great chance if you said the 1.6. At 15.95.5. 96. More octane again. Come on, who's going to race it to it? 1,596.5. 97. Hard to value it down to these increments. 15 and 97. Once, twice. Just say the way. Say the 1.6. Sir, he's left it for you.
98.
98, okay. At 98. At 15 and 98. This is down to strategy, to desire, to endurance.
500.
Oh, James, 1598, 500. Okay, sir. Drum roll, please.
99.
I think they're just doing it to... At 15 and 99, so say the 1.6. At 15 and 99, yes, but strategically he might say 1.6. At 15 and 99, I reckon it could be the tonic, it could be just the little 1,600,500. Great bid at 1,600,000 and a little half on the side. 1.6 005. It's a pretty number. 1.6 and a half. $1,600,500, and I'm selling first call, second chance, third call. It's going your way, James.
1601.
601. 1,601,000. Second, third, final call. 601 and a half. These good people are going to nod off to sleep in a minute. 106.01 and a half. 602. It's 602. First, second, third. Sandra and Craig have got their Brimer coming up in a minute. Hopefully we get there at 602. It's going. I'm selling. Really am. 602, 500.
500.
603. Should I call a minimum bid of 10,000 or at 603? At 1603, this time it sells. The hammer's there. And then 603, it goes, it goes. 603 the half. 604, 1604. Hesitation's not going to be helpful. Second, third call. Selling away. 604. 604 and a half. 605. 1,605,000. First, twice. Final. I'm selling. 605. He's doubled up. 16. Put the 2 on. 607, 500. And then 607, 500. Call up One Roof. I think this could be the record for the number of bids this week around the country at 1607,500. Twice there at that figure. Third and final call. 608. 608 the half. 1608 the half. 1608,500. 1,610,000. I appreciate it, James. Just making that a little bit quicker at 1,610,000. 10 and a half. 1,610,000 and a half over here. 1,610,000 at the half. Doing it in tiny steps today, but I just count them. 611. 1611. 611,500. I was going to say 616 then, Sean, you got me excited at 611,500 with a little one on the left of it. 611,500 twice, third, final call. Oh well, it's going. 612 at the half. Increasing in the volume of the bids, but not the volume of the bids. 612,500 or 6 and an eighth, as we say. Twice third, selling away. It goes 615. Appreciate that with 2.5 Chelsea. 615 and a half. 615 and a half. Julian right on cue at 615.5. 1,615,500. 25 A, B, C, D. No, I'm not taking a 250. 500 minimum. It's got to be fair. It's 615,500. 615,500. Twice I'm calling it. 616. 616 and a half. 616 and a half. Second chance. Third call. It's coming on out. 616 and a half. 617. 617 and a half. Selling. I am. It goes. 617 and a half. 618. 618 and a half. James, I'm selling away. This is it at 618 and a half. 619 and a half. 619 and a half. 3, 2, 1. 620. 620 the half. 620 the half. Quite fantastic. Quite amazing. 620 the half. 1620 and a half. Good stuff is worth the competition. Going out. This time it is 621. 621 and a half. Good stuff. We're hanging in there. 621 and a half. Tahirua Toru, and I sell. Going. It is going. Final. 22. 22 and a half. 622 and a half. 622 and a half. Going. 22 and a half. Come on, I can suggest you say 630. I think it's going to take something like that, sir. Perhaps keep it in mind at 622 and a half, 500s. Seriously? At 1622 and a half, look, you've done fantastically, and I can't bemoan you. You really tried, but at $1,622,500, 25 A, B, C, D, Apoya Road. To you, sir, you've held him out and you've got him. Well done. Quite an incredible auction, hey, and really to James Bitter, we have to give them a pat on the back and say thank you very, very much. Great effort, sir. Well done, and thank you all for standing by and bearing with. Thank you. Rightio, Team Trelaw, we're going to Brymer Road. We're in Grandview Heights. We can get a lease of life on that one. Well, it was a good tussle, you have to say, and we'll be counting those bids, Chelsea, and see how many we got. I think we might have exceeded 100 there. Look, 94 Brymer Road. We're in Grandview Heights. I think this is a stunning home with all the key requisites for a fantastic family lifestyle. We're back to a family home, and who better to help you through those hoops than Sandra and Craig Trelaw? They're from our Glenview office. They work exceptionally hard for their clients. Sandra, always with a smile on your face, which I really do appreciate. 94 Brymer Road, we've got our lovely owners here with us. They've been very patient. They offer up their freehold estate there at number 94, which is 587 squares. Legal description absolutely on point. We've got the 16th of May set down for the reserve, for the settlement date, so just that 10% today and you move on, and HRV remains with the property, as you know. I think it epitomises a great family lifestyle for you here in this prime and private location in the Grandview Heights. It's got the style and it's got the appointments to make life easy. First and foremost, the 2 living spaces bisected by the kitchen means you'll have drinks, food, nibbles coming out left, right and outside. Great outdoor living and great outdoor entertainment zone. The 4-bed, 2-bath, there's the second lounge there, which is perfect. Drive on and into your double internal access garage. The jewel is in the living, I think, for this one. Superb outdoor entertaining and relaxing. This is your day in the sun at 94 Brymer Road, and I'm delighted to ask you and to invite you to start in the bidding for me now. Brymer Road. This is as long as no one starts with, sorry ma'am, 800, good on you, welcome in. They're at 800,000 with my opening bidder. If someone says $500 here, you won't get a good response from me, but at $800,000 away, true and serious here, I think 25 might be the bid you'd make here. At 800, 820, there's Craig Trelaw bidding for a buyer there too at 820,000. Great family home here in a good spot. Well, looked 830. My starter says 830, 840. Loving the bidding at 840,000. We're doing very, very well. At 840,000, you'll do well living here. It's done well for our owners at 840,000, 850. Nicely done, ma'am, at 850. 855, working with fives easily at 855. Trucking along nicely at 855. Where do we go next, ma'am? What do you think? 860. 860,000, that's the bid to beat now. 860. You're saying 65, and good on you. Welcome back at 865. Hope you get to call it home, but you, madam, too. Say 70 for me. 865 and 870. You're doing extremely well. At 870,000, 75. At 875. Still just trucking along, boiling the pot nicely at 875. At 870, 880 is a good bid. That's the old Peter Snell one, that one. 880. Good work. 880. That's the bid we need to beat at 880,000. First call at that figure. Second chance. Take a, yep, sure, 886. We'll pop that 881, pardon me, at 881. That's good. You might say 885, just as a good little bid. 881, first call. 882. At 882. 2 in the race at 882. And 3. At 883. 884. 884. 85. Doing well. Doing good bidding at $886,000 now. Super family home. Lovely garden. 87. Yes, that's it. That is in there. Do we do the 888, which is sometimes be lucky? 887 down here. First call. 887.5, my favourite bit of the day. 887.5. Second chance. Would you? You would straight back in my good books as well. There's an 888. As long as you do 500 of them, that's fine. At 888, great number. At 888. Just the half on top. 888, 500. 889. 889, 889, that's the bid. 891, that's good strategy. at 891. Psychology at 891. $891. Lots of chances. 892. Still good value here. 892. Don't forget that. 893. Done very nicely. 4's the bid now at 894. Just ticking up a little bit at 894. First call there. 895. I think that separate lounge is a real bonus here too, isn't it? 895. 6 is the bid. Appreciate that. 896. I like the outdoor area as well at 896. The super part of our town at 896. We love the weekends here. At 890, another half. At 896, 500. Appreciate what you're doing. Just chip it back in. 896 and a half. Just making a wee bit of progress on that. See, that's you done. Okay, just for the moment. We'll give you a chance to say yes again in a moment, but I'm going to pause the auction just below where I can sell to you. So we'll give Murray the chance to come and help you into that. So we'll speak with the vendors. I'm just going to pause the auction there, and we'll be back. Thanks. A wee bit of music. Sir. 897. Okay, so anyone who's left the room, that's I've got a new bidder in the race at 897. 897. That was timing. What do you reckon? Did you say 900? 897,000. $899. $899 and a half. 900. 900,000. Beautiful home. Not quite. 900. $900 the half. It's good form. $901. 1.5. $905 puts up 3.5 against you. This is good bidding. Not quite. 905. Nothing novice about your auction experience here. 905. Some people say, look, I'm way too nervous to come and bid at an auction, but look how much fun it is. 905. Bids down here. I'll give it the 3 calls. First, second, and third. Stay with. Hang in. Give it another wee half. Don't mind that. 905. Get to those instructions, sir. Ma'am, I'm still below those. I've just got a little tiny bit of work to do in getting you into Brymer at 94, but we're very friendly. Murray will look after you. We're going to just pause that again, but of course you may have another chance, and I haven't forgotten about you in the middle, Craig. So we're just pausing there. We won't be long before I can get an update for you on that one, so let's just pause. see Daisy. Oh, there it goes. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We've just got those negotiations continuing on River Road and also there at Brymer. Any updates on River? Yes. Okay. Would you do that, Chelsea? Would that be all right?
So we have had an increase in the bidding, but not enough to conclude.
Okay, sure.
Negotiations to get the property sold. We're going to pass the property in.
Okay, yeah.
The on-by negotiation to see Grant Shackleton with any further interest.
Excellent. Okay, so there we go. So 916B River Road, an increase from 770, not yet sold. So if you're waiting, you have conditions, you've got a chance to talk to Grant Shackleton to have your interest well and truly known. So thanks very much, Trent. Good as gold. Okay, 44 Pheasant Close. Sean Cosgrave, what a busy day you're having today. We're going from Apoya all the way to Rotokauri, but it's not too far from here at 44 Pheasant Close. And I sometimes refer to real estate cliches when we say location, location, location. Chris, you've heard that one. When we talk about sanctuaries and retreats, and this one's been touted as a dream home, but folks, no hyperbole, no exaggeration here. This is the real McCoy. This is your dream home. Now, Sean Cosgrave, residential, obviously we've seen that proven today, but lifestyle is a love of his. And when he has homes like this with such substance, it really is a pleasure to have in the auction room. 44 Pheasant Close in Rotokauri. It's a freehold estate. It's on some 8,205 square metres, so we'll call that 2 acres. Johnny D, you'll confirm that for us. Legal description unchanged. The chattel list is extensive. It's like the who's who of chattels. It includes the sound system, amp and 10 speakers, as well as music to your ears. Johnny Ride On Mower stays with the property. Friday the 30th of May is the settlement date. We've got flexibility in that regard and can work with you. C'est très formidable is what I would say about this magnificent estate. It's got an impression that it makes is absolutely at the mince, while at the same time it's just that makes it lighter in your step and opens up its arms and gives you a warm embrace. Noticeable to me about this property is the high level of specification, the quality of materials, the layout and flow to the home, which just make it that much better for you. You can see the detail in the solid nature of the home. There's some timber ceilings throughout. I love the kitchen, breakfast bar, indoor and outdoor dining area. I think that's absolutely magnificent. And your friends and guests will gather in this part like absolutely bees to a honeybee. The master suite, that's another real feature too. Of course, you've got the gorgeous heated swimming pool as well, but that master with the indoor-outdoor access, absolutely befitting of a breadwinner. In terms of the land, 8,200 squares, well, you've got ample opportunity for agriculture, horticulture, all recreation, all sporting possibilities as well. Yes, it's lifestyle, but it's a very, very quick trip into the central city. It is the best out here in Pheasant Close, number 44. Do I have an opening bid or an opening offer to start? Once you stop here, you'll never want to leave, so you only have to do this once. Be the best decision you make. Got ultra realistic owners. We may be losing them to the town, but that's your opportunity. Is there 1-8? Sean, I'm searching. Tillery, is that gentleman here to buy 44 Pheasant Close? Or sir, would you start us off at $1.8 million? Second, third call. Sean, the unconditional people are not competing, so that makes room for conditional people. Are you going to pass on a vendor bid or? At $1,849,000. Well, those vendors, they have done a huge amount of negotiation with you up front. I think that's so much real estate at that figure. So $1,849,000, you will never buy it any better than that, I am sure. You better talk to Sean if you think you can. I think that's an amazing price at $1,849,000. We are on the market to sell. 44 Pheasant Close, Rotokauri, 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, triple car garaging. There's a lot of content, as we say. Hitesh Sharma from our city office, I'm delighted to be working with you in your auction room. We're going to get that vendor of ours on the telephone all the way up in Auckland. What a campaign you've run, sir. Hitesh, would have to be one of the most hard-working of our agents that we work with. He's in the city office here. He always looks $1 million. He's dashing around, always on the phone. He's a great fella and a very, very hard worker. He understands the power of marketing, and that's exactly what we've got here at 87 Lake Road in Frankton. It's very close to where I'm standing. The good thing about this property is it's got 4 bedrooms. They're each rented separately. They each have an ensuite, and it's returning at the moment $1,040 a week, around about $52,500 a year. So it's a great play for investors. Entry level for that, I think you'll find the yields would be fantastic. It is a cross lease and freehold. There's the legal description there is accurate, but there is an additional clause that I do have to read out to you. Petitions Manager John has got me on the job for that one. Just please bear with 1 second. Just saying that the vendor and purchaser acknowledge and accept that. No, that's not one. That's the one about moving hub and commission. Did I see that? I must have a late copy of that, Johnny. It's just based around the boundary, isn't it, across that cross-lease part. One of the car parks just has a slight encroachment of the boundary. It's been like that in existing use, but I know Hitesh has made everybody aware, but I'll just announce that at the start of the auction. Where was I? $52,500 per annum. So 4 bedrooms all with ensuite. They're very, very pleasant. I met one of the tenants as well, lovely person. Also a nice communal area for cooking, but you've got the kitchenette facilities there as well. If you work in the city, if you're studying, that's fantastic. Lake Rotorua is very, very handy. I like being close to Seddon Park, which is good. It's going to be all fired up next Wednesday when the Pakistan team are here. But really, for people working, living, studying, it's a super spot to be. The Frankton Village just down the way, and convenience is key here. Rightio. This is a yield play, but also capital gains, I think. It's in very good condition. Where are we starting? I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. Okay, good on you. There's my old friend Chris, former Cantabrian, there at 550,000. She's a good property person too as well. I'd take encouragement from that. She'd only be bidding on the good stuff here at 550. Someone might go straight to 600. I don't know. You tell me. But at 550, not a bad. That's just about a 10% yield on that, which is pretty impressive. 600. Good on you, Chris. That's good. Asserting your impression on the auction at 600,000. 600, and away we go. We're going to 650. First call at 6. Second, third chance, handsome returns. 610. Good on you, sir. Welcome into you at 610,000. Competition right here, right now in the room. 625. A lovely little 15. I like that bid. It's 625. 625. Great yield, great return. 625 is the bid. Lake Road. Good elevated spot too. Car park for each. I think it's got desirability. 630, sir. Not too bad. Back you come. Chiming in at 630,000. 640. Thanks, Chris. 640. You're doing pretty well too. 640. 640. There we go there at 640. Sir, I'll look your way. What do you think? At 640,000 first call. Second call at 40. Third call at 640,000. Still doing pretty well at that figure. You give it a wee push, sir. 640. What's it to be on that third call? No further. Chris, you're leading. I'm going to pause and offer you the opportunity. We've got a little bit of work to do. So we'll just pause there, sir. I'm just going to take the highest bidder for a chat, see if we can sell at 640,000, not at a level that we can. I might just run that one quickly, mate. go to Lake Road, just while we're running hot with this good bidder here, has graciously from 640 increased at the bid and hopefully to buy, Chris. $667,000, 87 Lake Road. John, you're on the phone with the vendor. Instructions have changed. We're on the market and I sell. Number 87 Lake Road. Sir, would you like to bid again? I'm selling at $667,000. First call, remember the $52,500 a year. Second call, 4 en-suite bedrooms. Third call, $668,000. New tour leader, $668,000. $669,000. Selling at $669,000. $670,000. Straight back at $670,000. $671,000 perhaps, $670,000. Had some returns. $671,000. $671,000. Hitesh Sharma, no one works harder. $671,000 twice. Third, and I sell. $671,000 it goes. Selling. Sir? Sold, Chris. Well done. Congratulations. Okay, what can you tell me, Murray, about Brymer Road with Sandra and Craig Treloar? We're paused at 9:05. Had good bidding with a nice lady there standing to your left. Good to see you still in the room, madam. Were you able to increase? Outside of the room and done. Congratulations. Well, Kylie Scott, thank you very, very much. Sandra and Craig Treloar, another excellent campaign. Congratulations, ma'am. You're moving into 94 Brymer Road, Grandview Heights. Sold under the hammer. Marvellous stuff, marvellous stuff. Right, we've got 2 opportunities remaining for you. That being Pheasant Close, Rotokauri. No, not number 44. We're at number 56. A slightly different proposition, but, man, none lesser in terms of quality, in terms of magnificence. Sean Cosgrove gets all these beautiful homes. Like I say, he loves the lifestyle situation. This is it's a marvellous home. Let me remind you of the equation before you. You've got one of the most gorgeous semi-rural settings that you could ever imagine. You've got natural surroundings. Not far away from our fair city, here we are, a maximal tract of terra firma and a mighty home designed and constructed to live the finest living experience, period. Let's have a look at the agreement. Number 56, Pheasant Close, Rotokauri, freehold, 9,924 squares, a tick below the hectare, but not very much. Lot 9, deposited plan 58266960, certificate of title, volume 65B, folio 609 in the South Auckland Land Registry. Settlement date is flexible at this stage. I'm going to say 30 working days for you, so get in and get busy and get amongst it. The home is grand, it's substantial, but it wins first-class honours when it comes to totally delivering your ideal lifestyle. Look at the aspect of the home, the living, and I hark back to the design, which says it's an equipage for harnessing each ray of sunshine that you enjoy, masterfully acquiescing the connection between outdoors and in. That deck is massive. It's lovely. It's got what I describe as a 5X kitchen, which is food information banter exchange as well, not just a place for food but of socialisation, additional living and working areas, separation between the primary master suite and the rest of the family and guest accommodation. They'll never cause you any inconvenience at all. Super abundant storage, garaging. This here's got the 3-phase power at the front, all that land for growing, grazing and galloping, whichever you choose, a dream home and a forever home. There is no exaggeration about that at Pheasant Close, Rotokauri. Starting us where? An opening bid, discerning buyers only. My Emirates man, you see value above that 1.5, closer to 2 if you don't mind. 56 Pheasant, Sean, it's a beauty. Triple car garaging. Did I say correctly it's got three-phase power also?
The three-phase power is
To the meter, I see what you mean, for sure. Okay, sure. Excellent. That's what I mistook you when you said that before, of course. Love the three-car garaging attached to the home, though. 9,900 plus square metres. I'm calling again for around that 1.8, Sean. I don't think anyone would have any hesitation to bid at that level.
based on the market 1899.
Below that 1.9, it's quite astonishing. Those people are fantastic. I've met them. They're on their way, so someone's going to pick that up as a beauty. Nearly a hectare of land. So on the market, at the beach is calling 1899, 5-car garaging, 5 bedrooms. Doesn't get too much better than that in Rotorua. What do you reckon the commute time is, Sean? Say if we left here now. Yep. 12 minutes. So to have that lifestyle situation. 12 minutes, absolutely magnificent. Okay, one to go, and I invite Jim Hassan leading the team with John and Ari as well, John Dunn, Ari Harris. With that extended team you've got in the Rototuna office, you guys are doing great things, and I like the way you're coordinating each of your energies into all the work that you're doing. You've got 50 Dinsdale Road, and it's a marvellous opportunity here with such a big tract of land, isn't it? Large house on an even bigger section. Let's have a look at the agreement. It's a freehold estate, 1,270 squares, Jim, so pretty impressive. It's well over that quarter acre. Jeepers, it is indeed. Nearly 3/5, 2/5 in fact. Lot 1 deposited plan 16912 in that South Auckland Land Registry. You've got 95 days for settlement, so that's under the new terms, giving notice and making sure it's vacant for you at that time, which coming to the end of April, May, June, that would be coming, just ticking at the start of July. Well, it once was a grand home, and I think the footprint will tell you that, 4 bedrooms. It's pretty busy at the moment, isn't it? Needs a bit of an uplift. Your play might be quite different in terms of if you're not renovating, then you might look to develop or rebuild. That's up to you. If you understand the council, you've got a relationship with them, you'll know what you can do on the 1270 square metres. There's been some enhancement made in there. I see the kitchen and bathroom have had some money spent on, so you might like to leverage that. But in all, it's quiet and private. It's tucked away, and really good sunny site. Land is the key, and the upside is in the potential in the future, I think we'll find. It's the last opportunity of the day. I mean, if I've got someone to start us away, ma'am, I'll look your way first and foremost if you're looking for that next project, or a gentleman here might start us away. We sort of thought it might start with a 6 with all that land. Gentleman's looking down. Got to have the eyes up, hands up. That's what we need here at 50 Dinsdale Road. Upside potential, your thing, ma'am. Financial winning. Jimmy, I can't see that hand in the air. How would you like to conclude? I'm at 6. Do I go any further, just pass it that figure maybe, or? Yeah, okay, good as gold. So Jim Hassan, John Dunn, Ari Harris, they're the people you need to speak to, 50 Dinsdale Road. Just reminding you, it is a 4-bedroom home. It does need some work done on it, but the size of the parcel, 1,270 square metres, around about 2/5 of an acre. So to have it in that central built-up residential area, it's a really special opportunity. So conditional parties now, that's the one. That concludes our day here at Harcourt Hamilton. Good day of auctions. Thanks for your patronage, for your participation, and to the team for all your good work. Thanks to the managers for their bit. Dee, you've done well, and Chelsea, I think she deserves a little bit of a round of applause today. I'm going to start that round of applause. Legendary.